What is up, you guys? Pete DiCarlo here with DiCarlo Capital, and today we're going to talk about SoFi. So obviously the market is not open right now, but I still want to go over SoFi. I want to talk about the technical analysis, and I've gone through and I've compiled all of the unusual options activity that has happened for SoFi within the past couple of months that I've been posting within my private mentorship group and for our premium members within our Discord. So if you guys want access to all that, the Discord's down in the description. It's completely for free. Guys get access to free courses, live streams, seminars, webinars, free unusual flow, trading, free trades, and also one of the best unusual options bot out there. It's a $200 a month service that we pay for to give to you guys for free. But I want to go through and show you guys all of the flow that has been coming through on SoFi and why I am still bullish on this. Hit the like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. So looking at SoFi, we've been trading between this range for a very, very, very long time now, basically since the major breakout back in January of 2021. So, right over about 1 year. And we've been sitting between this price point of about $24 and about $14. And very recently, within the past 2 months, for me, who's like a longer swing trader, that's recent, but to some of you guys are like 2 months, it's not that long, or that's too long. That within the past couple of months, we've been seeing high levels of unusual options activity. Not like small amounts of buying, but like very high levels of unusual options activity. But we have broken this support here at $14. We are under this range. We do have a good divergence forming here within this RSI, which is a good sign. But I wanted to go through all of the flows because if you guys just came to this channel or you've just been recently seeing the videos that I've been posting on SoFi, you might not have noticed all of the buying that's been happening on SoFi for the past couple of weeks. So that's what I want to go through now to give you guys an understanding of what big money has been doing so we can get a better understanding collectively of why they are doing it. Now, I just went through, I just searched all of my Discord to find all the unusual flows for SoFi within the past month and a half, 2 months. Now, there might have been more, but I didn't go really past the end of November just because it would have taken me forever. But these are the most important flows so far. So you can see here on 11/24, I posted to everybody in the group great leap flows on SoFi. So you can see that these flows came through, and the flow for SoFi was for 7/15/2022, and you can see that they were $15 strikes. So at the time, at the end of November, so let's just take a look here. Basically, end of November, SoFi was trading at $17. So one of the things that comes to mind is that when they're buying deep in the money, so at the time we were trading at like 17 something, and they're buying for 15, that is a very bullish sign, especially when it's a leap, because they're putting a decent amount of money into these flows. It becomes a little concerning when you see for instance, maybe they're buying leap calls for like a $30 strike or something like that. Normally, professionals and big hedge funds are going to buy in the money options because of a specific reason. Maybe they know that it's going to take a bit for a play to happen. One thing you'll notice with a lot of these big money positions is they might be insider traders or insider buyers who know that a big acquisition or big news or something is going to be happening within SoFi or whatever stock it might be, and they need to get into a position early because let's say that SoFi does some sort of acquisition or some sort of deal in maybe February or March of this year, and they buy 30, 40, 50, maybe $100 million worth of calls the week before. How do you think that's going to look in the SEC's eyes, right? Their chances of getting arrested for insider trading are pretty significant because they put a shitload of money into options for a stock that they knew something about, which is insider trading, and it's pretty blatant, right? Finding that paper trail is pretty blatant, but it's not as easy to pin somebody down as an insider trader if they started buying options 3-4 months ago, right? So anytime big money hits any of these positions or any of these plays, and we'll continue to go over these in a minute, they're picking these dates and they are picking these strikes for a specific reason. Now, there are plenty of times, normally about 10% of the time, that these positions are just a dud, and for some reason, something that they thought was going to happen didn't happen and they lose all their money. That does happen too, and that's why risk is very, very important to use proper risk management and position sizing. But these were the calls that came through, so there is a reason for those. Then on 12/3, so about 1 week later to a T, more insane flow on SoFi. Same exact flow, right? So this is the same buyer, in my opinion. They bought the 7/15/2022 $15 calls. They bought about $300,000, $400,000 worth. And then 7 days later, they bought them again. 7/15 $15 calls. This time was about another, $500,000 worth of calls. Now at this time, remember the first buy was at like $17. The second buy was at 2.3 when the stock was trading at 15, like 25, 15.30. So they're averaging down on their position. Then you can see again, a week later, amazing flow on SoFi. Now these ones are for 414. So a little bit closer in time, 414, April 14th, $15 strikes again. And these were for about $560,000. Then again, 10 days later on 12/17, these were some 1/7 calls that came through. So these weren't too crazy for me because this is like, 1 month away, but still it was something that I documented. Then 2 days later, again, more SoFi calls for that 7, or would that be June? Those June 20 calls. So this time they're going further out of the money. Now, the thing is, this might be a different buyer. I'm not sure. I would assume it's probably the same buyer, but this might be a different buyer. They're buying different strikes. But this guy came in for $500,000-$600,000 again. And this is as the stock is still dropping. 4 days later, again, 7/15/2022. This is for another $600,000. The same buyer from earlier. Then again on 1/13, so I think this is the most recent flow that came in 2 days ago. SoFi 1/20/2023, 1250 calls. This one was for like almost $2.5 million. So you can see they're still buying it. Even as the stock is dropping significantly, they are still buying this. Now, the position that I have is those April the 4/15 $15 calls. I don't own much. I own about $1,500 worth of them. I think it has evaporated down to maybe $700 or something, because $1,500 of a $150,000 portfolio is like 1%, and I'm willing to risk 1% on this. And personally, I don't plan to sell. I'm just going to allow these options to expire worthless if they do, because like I said, I believe that they have picked these prices and picked these for a specific reason. Right? I don't know if it's insider trading. I don't know if it's they just believe the stock is going to do very well over the next couple of months, but that's why I went so small. Right? I took such a small position because I'm willing to see what happens. I'm willing to see if it just goes to zero. I don't really care. Now, if I was trading shares on SoFi or something, it would be a little bit different. I would have had to have a stop loss set, but I don't. But overall, guys, I hope that this video helps. Let me know if you guys have any tickers you want me to look at. I'll continue to keep you updated on SoFi and any flow that comes through. Check out our Discord. It's completely free. The link is in the description. You guys get access to tons of free courses, live streams, seminars, webinars. We have over 5,000 members within our group, and you also get access to our TradyTix research section. This is a $200 a month service that we pay for through TradyTix, so that you guys can get access to the same unusual flows like here on SoFi, as well as the same heat maps and dark pools that I trade with each and every single day. Our goal is to build the biggest and best free trading community within 2022. Thank you for all your support, guys. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next time. Peace.